Hello students, in the previous class we have discussed the introduction of heterocyclic compounds. Today we are going to discuss about the each compound which consists of pyrrole, furan, thiophene. Today let us discuss first of all pyrrole. So as we know, pyrrole is nothing but what here it contains a 5 carbons and 1 NH it is going to contain, right? That one we call it as what here, pyrrole. And what are heterocyclic compounds? According to this we have discussed already. So heterocyclic compounds is nothing but what here? Heterocyclic compounds is nothing but here the organic compounds which contain 4 carbon atoms, and heteroatoms like oxygen, nitrogen, sulfur, we call it as what here? Heterocyclic compounds. Today let us discuss about the introduction, that is introduction of pyrrole. Let us see that introduction. So coming to here, let us see the history of pyrrole. Okay, so coming to here, in 1834, Runge, the scientist, what actually he did means to get the pure compound of the pyrrole. So he had made distillation like coal, tar, bone oil, other product from proteins. So proteins is nothing but what here, which contains of amino acids, more number of amino acids. Okay, so from proteins we have got one unknown product, that unknown product only pyrrole. The unknown product which is used in ammonia and it is dipped in dilute HCl, which we have got the pyrrole. So the Runge scientist has discovered this one. In 1857, Anderson scientist, what he had did means the pure compound which we have got from bone oil, he was distillized and synthesized by the pyrolysis of ammonium mucate. Pyrolysis is nothing but what here, by heating the compound we are going to get different types of isomeric forms. Okay, these different types of isomeric forms will give the ammonium mucate. Means when you heat the compound, we got some compound, right? Unknown compound. So that one we are doing pyrolysis, means we are heating that compound. So when you heat that compound, at which type of compound we are going to heat? With ammonium acetate, means with ammonium mucate. Mucate means it is having some acid. Okay, so with ammonium mucate we are going to heat this compound. So by this we are going to get the pyrrole. This is the history of the pyrrole. And here the pyrrole generally consists of what here? The pyrrole is going to contains 5 member ring which contains nitrogen atom replaced with carbon atom. So this is the pyrrole structure, and here it is a 5 member ring. If you have been observed, the one carbon is replaced with what here? NH, means nitrogen atom it is going to replace. Generally here it is mainly observed in nature, we can say here. Why? Because in the previous class we had discussed the heterocyclic compounds, whatever we are taking, that will compulsory the heterocyclic, at least one heterocyclic compound is going to present in drugs. So which type of drugs? It is mainly natural product. Which type of drugs it is going to present means alkaloids and synthetic pharmaceuticals. It is having different types of actions like antimicrobial activity, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antiviral, anti-malarial, antipsychotic, anticonvulsant, anti-hypertensive. So these type of the drugs it is going to use. So what are those drugs we are going to use? Antimicrobial, anti-inflammatory, anti-cancer, antiviral, malarial, psychotic, convulsant, and hypertensive. So these type of drugs we are going to use this pyrrole structure. Okay, and let us see about nomenclature here. So we are going to discuss about the nomenclature. So see here, for naming the nomenclature generally, so here as we know, according to IUPAC system, wherever the functional group is present, there we say that it is we are going to give the first priority. Here for NH we have given first priority, then 2, 3, 4, 5 according to position. We are having different types of isomerism, that is chain isomerism, position. Coming to here, which isomerism we are going to give here? Position isomerism we are giving. And according to Greek, what we can say? So we are going to give the numericals like alpha beta position we are going to give. So this one will become alpha dash, this one will become beta dash. So actually according to benzene ring, what we are going to say here? So this is nothing but ortho position, meta positions, This is ortho position, and the top one we call it as para positions, right? But coming to here, what we are saying, this is a alpha beta position according to Greek letters we are going to give. Generally, the 5-member heterocyclic compounds which contain nitrogen, that one will end with ol, pyrrole. Okay. Now, pyrrole we are having different types of names, that is here. If suppose we are having only one double bond, no nitrogen, that one we call it as pyrroline. If suppose we are having no double bonds but there will be a pyrrole structure, that one we call it as pyrrolidine. And here C, generally I am saying here CH4 is a alkane. This is a alkane, the methane. Okay, the formula of this one is methane. But when you write CH3Cl, the name is changing, right? So means what? Alkyl. So in the same way here we are having one substituent. Means what here? This one we call it as methyl chloride actually. But in the same way, when you take pyrrole structure, so here one hydrogen is replacing with some other substituent. So that's why in this, how we are speaking here alkyl, like that only we have to say here it is a pyrrole. Okay, same like alkyl, we are going to say pyrrole, which is going to present any substituent like chlorine, nitration, sulfonation, like that it is going to happen. So this is about the nomenclature of the pyrrole. And let us see next one, aromaticity. So as we are having this structure pyrrole, this is the structure of pyrrole which contains lone pair of electrons. So according to this, actually aromaticity means it should have some characteristics. Aromaticity means what? It will be a planar. It is also having planar ring, and it should obey Huckel's rule like 4n plus 2 pi electrons. You observe here only one ring is there, okay, but here having only two bonds means it will give only 4 electrons, but actually it will not give 4 electrons, right? Why? Because if you keep in the place of n is equals to 1, then it is giving 6 pi electrons. But coming to here, what happens? We are having only 4 electrons. Then how it will follow Huckel's rule? According to you, it is not following Huckel's rule. But coming to here, it is going to follow the Huckel's rule. How it is going to follow the Huckel's rules means the lone pair of electrons is going to present on the nitrogen atom. So that one also participate in the bond formation. Because of that reason, what we can say, it is going to obey the Huckel's rule. Total 2 bonds 4 electrons, and these 2 electrons 6 pi electrons. This one we call it as what? It is giving 6 pi electrons. Okay, like benzene. Benzene is sp2 hybridization, which is a planar shape. In the same way, here also it is giving a sp2 hybridized carbon atom, which is a planar shape. Okay. So here means it is giving 6 pi electron system, which contains of planar pentagon with 5 sp2 hybridized carbon atoms. Coming to here, 4 carbon atoms. Generally we are having 4 carbon atoms have 1 electron, and nitrogen had 2 electron in a p orbital. Means what here? The atomic number of carbon is C is equals to 6, and if you write electronic configuration, 1s2, 2s2, 2p1x, 2p1y. So this is the electronic configuration in ground state. If you write it in excited state, what is the electronic configuration we are getting? 1s2, 2s1, 2p1x, 2p1y, 2p1z. So this is the electronic configuration. Means for one carbon we are having, this is the electronic configuration. The last orbital is 1 electron remaining. And if you take second carbon, means total 4 carbon atoms now we are having. Means what we can say here, total each carbon atom will exhibit the 1 pz orbital, and nitrogen is having 2 electrons. This pz orbital is going to overlap with 2 electrons, then each carbon 1 electron. No? So means what? Total 1 1 1 1, total 4 for carbon atoms and 2 electrons for nitrogen atoms. So total how many electrons we are getting? Total 6 pi electrons we are going to get. By this what we can say, this p orbital is going to overlap with this 6 electrons in pi system. Okay, that's why it is obeying the aromaticity. And coming to, we can say here, pyrrole is a weak base we are going to say. Why? Because it is having H plus ions, no, NH. So it can easily donate the H plus ions, means it will show acidic character. It is not showing basic character. Actually what we can say, when lone pair of electrons is going to present, we are going to say that it shows basic character. But coming to here, it is not showing basic character, it is showing acidic character. Why? Because it is losing H plus ions. Why? Because the pair of non-bonding electrons is nothing but what here, lone pair of electrons. It is going to participate in what here, pi bond formation. So because of that reason, what we can say here, it is a weak base, and it is going to lose sometimes aromatic character also. When H plus ions is losing, automatically it will lose the aromatic character. If H plus ions is there only, we can say it is a aromaticity. Okay, so let us see the structure of pyrrole. If you have been observed here, see here, each carbon is containing pz orbital. Okay, this one nitrogen is having 2 lone pair. Means what happening? These two are overlapping with this one, these two are overlapping with this nitrogen atom. So like that, the lone pair which is containing, it is going to give the structure of the nitrogen atom. Okay, so here if you keep plus charge and hydrogen, if you add, then what happens? If you are taking NH2, there is no aromatic character. Why? Because it is losing the H plus ions. Again you are adding H plus ions. Okay, this is nothing but aromatic character. And this pyrrole will undergo only electrophilic substitution reactions. Only electrophilic substitution reaction. Why? Because you are taking NH, in H plus if it lose, N will get negative charge. Means what? This negative charge on carbon atoms, it will undergo only what here, electrophilic substitution. What is substitution reaction? The replacement of atom or group of atoms by another atom or group of atoms, we call it as what here, substitution reactions. Electrophilic substitution means we are going to add electrophiles. Okay, the electrophiles means electron deficient compounds we are going to add here. So those type of things we call it as electrophilic substitution reactions. Now here let us see the delocalization of electrons, means resonance structures. Let us see here. So now if you turn bond here, which charge you are going to get here? Wherever you turn, there you are going to get the negative charge. Okay, and here you are turning this lone pair of electrons also will participate in bond formation. So by this what we can say, if it is turn, it will, the lone pair of electron will form as a bond, and it will form a positive charge. Here minus, here plus, and again what it will happen, this minus charge will turn here, means inside you are going to get bond, and here if you turn this side, it is going to get the negative charge. Again what happens, if you turn this side, this bond, negative charge, and this minus will form as a bond, and this one if you turn here, negative charge. And again what happens, again this positive charge is there, no, this one if you turn here, this one if you turn like this here, I mean this one if you turn here, it is going to get negative charge, I mean nitrogen is going to get negative charge, this one will form it as a same bond. So these are the resonance structures. See here again, once again you are turning this bond, that's why you got negative, and lone pair of electrons is forming as a bond, and it is giving positive charge. Again if you turn this bond, it is negative, and this one negative charge come inside, will forming as a bond. Again this negative charge coming inside bond, and this negative, when you turn here negative, this one will come it as a negative. So means what, we are rotating the bonds here. So these are the resonance structure. This resonance structure is going to occur in only at second position. Okay, that's why this electrophilic substitution reaction take place only at second position, fourth position only, not at third position, fifth position, first position. Okay, it will take place second and fourth. Why it will take place second and fourth? Because we have seen the resonance structure. Okay, so in the next class we can see the synthesis of pyrrole. Thank you.